This is Billy Wingrove, and this guy knows everything there is to know about football. He's worked with the greats like Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Lionel Messi, and guess what? Today he's going to be working with me because I'm going to be kickstarting my challenge of 2010. I'm not going to say much at the moment. All you need to know is that it's got something to do with a beautiful game, yeah, son. And welcome to the show. It's all about footy today. You can see some flags littering the studio. We've got some goals. We've got a fantastic player. It's all because the World Cup will be starting in 4 months. There are 32 teams playing, and England is the only team in the UK to have qualified. Sadness for the rest of the teams. All right, Billy, stop showing off. Passes the ball. Passes the ball. You're such a show-off. Well, earlier on the show, I said my challenge is about football. All will be revealed in a little while. But before then, I want to introduce you to someone who is truly spectacular. One of my heroes, Arsenal and England legend. These are his stats, right? He's won 9 trophies. He's had 75 caps for his country. He's David Seaman, England goalkeeping legend. Come on in. Seaman! You have made two blue presenters very happy today, so welcome. Take a seat. Well, you played for England in 2002, where they reached the quarter-finals. I mean, how was that for you?
It's a great feeling. Represent your country, just play for England is great enough, but in the World Cup, it's just unbelievable. Great feeling. And
Andy is from Nigeria. That's where he's born.
Yep, that's me.
I'm from England. How do you think our chances are in this year's World Cup in 2010?
England, honestly, I'm expecting them to get to the final. They've got a great chance. Nigeria...
Oh, come on.
16.
We're in the group of death, but, I mean, there are going to be some key players to watch. Who are you thinking?
My key players for England, obviously, Wayne Rooney. You know, great player. He's reaching perfect form. He's scoring lots of goals in the Premier League. And now he's just getting ready. I think this is going to be a massive World Cup for Wayne Rooney.
OK, anyone else?
And then the other one is Lionel Messi.
Oh,
you know, he's
fantastic
a
player.
great player. And he's just starting playing, you know, he's not played a great deal of games, but he just shows you that you don't have to be big to be a great player. This guy's tiny, but he's fantastic. Yeah,
for sure. Well, the thing about this World Cup is, no matter how England do, this is going to be making history because it's going to be the first time it's held on African soil. Now, next month is also a footballing first that you might not have heard about. It's called the Street Child World Cup, and the players are children from around the world from deprived areas. And this is what my challenge for 2010 is all about. While billions around the world tune in to watch the World Cup in South Africa, in the same country, there's another footballing trophy up for grabs. For the first time ever, teams from 9 countries will be competing in the Street Child World Cup. My goal for 2010 is to help the UK team win it. The UK squad comes from one of the toughest areas in this country, and they're up against street kids from 8 other countries around the world, including South Africa, India, and Brazil. With just 2 months to go until kick-off, I'm joining them as a mentor to help guide them to victory.
The challenges Andy's going to face as a mentor to the UK team are building trusting relationships with them.
Andy, you've got a big job on your hands.
Learning to listen first rather than give advice first.
Make it as professional as you can for them and make them really feel they're representing their country.
And always have hope in what they can achieve.
He's going to have to keep everyone 100% committed. You need to be a really tight unit in a World Cup.
This is one of the biggest challenges I'll ever take on. I just hope I can make it.
It seems like a tough old challenge there, my friend.
It is tough, but the thing with me is, I'm Blue Peter, I've done quite well with some physical challenges. You know, I've truck raced, I've also jumped out of an aeroplane, skydived, and then there was a 150-metre sprint I did for Usain Bolt. The trick about this challenge is it's slightly different to yours and Helen's because yours is about how you guys perform. Yeah. Mine is about helping a group of kids help themselves, and I've got to be by their side and help advise them, really.
So it's called the Street Child World Cup. Are you actually working with street children?
OK, technically, there aren't that many street children in this country. You know, the participants are street children from around the world. Some might be homeless, some might not have much food, some might not even have their families. Here in the UK, it's probably harder to see that kind of situation, but the thing is that the team I'm working with is from one of the most deprived areas in the UK. I met them a few weeks ago, and here is exactly what happened. This is one of the biggest footballing cities in the world, with two massive teams. One half, the famous Reds of Manchester United, and the other half, the Sky Blue of Manchester City.
But there's another side to the city. Just up the road from the Man City ground is a part of Manchester called Ardwick. This area has strong links with the club. Man City was originally known as Ardwick FC. But while Manchester City is one of the richest clubs on the planet, Ardwick is one of the poorest areas in the country. And this is where the UK team will come from. Before meeting them, I wanted to see where the team live. Helen and Gideon, workers from the M13 Youth Project, took me on a tour of the Ardwick estate.
It was hard for me to try and picture our kids in this country as street children.
It's definitely not the same. They're not dealing with the same level of issues. But I know we've worked with young people who've come to us saying they've got nowhere to stay, something's gone wrong at home, for whatever reason they've had to move out. And if there weren't the systems here that supported young people, there would be young people living on the street.
Who just chucked the snowball out? Who just chucked that snowball? How you doing, you all right?
It's a great community to be part of. Has its challenges, some great things, some not so good things, but always full of life, always something great happening.
I was looking forward to meeting the squad for the first time, but also a little nervous.
I'll be honest, it's quite intimidating. They're all pretty much bigger than me, and I don't really know how I'm going to be received in there, but I'm going to have to give it a go, man. What's your name, man? Lee. Nice to meet you, man. You all right? What's yours?
Jamal.
Jamal. Good to see you, man.
Nice to meet you too as well.
Where's everyone else? Is there a few people missing?
There's about 2 or 3 people missing.
2 or 3 people?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Oh, you guys are hard, man.
With only 2 months until we head off to South Africa, it was time to get into shape.
Jamal's struggling, man. That is painful. Nice, well done, man. What's your name?
Natasha.
Natasha, you the only girl?
No, there's another girl.
Where is she?
Here we go! With the team short on players, I had a chance to prove my footballing skills on the pitch. But this lot are good. One loose pass and you're made to pay.
Been absolutely slaughtered in defence. I've given the ball away like 5 times. It's really good. Smaller boy, I think his name's Ray Ray. He's really quick. It's like a little Robinho. And again. That's a great ball, Jamal. He's another great one, Jamal. Great defender, great midfielder. It's an all-round player. Very good.
This was just a practice match, but I noticed a couple of players were going in a little too hard. One of the coaches spotted this as well.
How'd you address that, though? Like, did you talk to him as a group, or did you?
Basically, we're gonna try to speak to him together and pinpoint areas what went wrong, how we can work it out, and we'll develop it for next week, next session.
This would give the players a chance to have their say.
It was all right, but people need to fix up the attitude and stuff.
The session was all right, and football was good.
It was just hard at the beginning, then it got easier.
It was all right, but people need to show a better attitude towards just everyone and themselves.
So as coaches, how do you want us to address that? What's helpful to you as players?
Individually, pick them out and say, you need to do this, you need to do that, and see if they can improve on it.
For me, we're all quality players, but if we don't work as a team mentally,
as I was speaking, I had got the feeling the group weren't paying much attention to what I was saying, and I wondered whether I was doing anything wrong.
From what you've seen today, how do you think I did?
I thought it was really interesting that you came in with an answer to the question that Gideon was asking all the young people.
How do you want us to address that?
I think it would have been good to have heard what the rest of the young people got out of it, and also maybe to make sure that they have space, that we don't miss people out.
In other words, just shut up.
He's going to block his shot either way, but if it's not going his way, he doesn't want to. I can't remember your man. He's really good. He's really good on that side. Yeah, that's the problem because you can't take that. For me,
I was learning as well. I needed to listen more and speak less, something that as a presenter doesn't come naturally.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see. All right.
I had a lot to think about before next week's session. Instead of me talking, next time we met, I wanted to give everybody else the chance to have their say.
Yeah, I remember Lee. What's going on, boy?
I just needed everyone to be there.
Friday, 5 o'clock, be there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cheers.
What's that line to do?
How you doing, man? You all right?
Yeah.
Rob, how you doing, man? You going to be next practice?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Take it easy, man. I'll see you next practice, yeah?
All right.
I really wanted to call on Emma, the girl I hadn't met yet. According to the rules of the Street Child World Cup, there has to be a girl on the pitch at all times.
You're right. I didn't see you last time I was here, but I hear good things. Are you going to make it to training on Friday? It's at 5 o'clock. Yeah? All right, cool. I'll see you later, man.
All right.
All right, well done. Keep up the good work, all right? I want to keep seeing you at training. All right, see you in a bit.
Nice to see you, Emma.
Bye-bye. It's quite smiley, isn't it?
With everyone, girls included, agreeing to come along, I was really excited about the idea I had for my next session. But things didn't quite go according to plan. I had organised a media training workshop to get everyone talking. The coaches had turned up on time, but 10 minutes in, only one player had made it.
Right, it's now 5:10, and I'm meant to be holding a media session with all the kids. So far, all the coaches are here. Oh, there's another two. We've got Lee here. We do quite another few group of kids, so I guess at this point, I'm just going to have to go downstairs and see Helen and see what she has to say. The thing is, at this point, I don't want to get too angry. I don't want to get too stressed because it's still the early days, but I'm a firm believer if you start off well, then you'll finish off well.
Fine, yeah.
Are they coming?
Some are, I'm not sure. There's one other young person who can't come, has gone to his own football training. Another guy's just finding his football boots and coming down.
They're just not taking it seriously.
I don't think any of them are sat at home doing nothing.
All right.
They're all maybe doing other stuff that, in this moment, is more important to them than coming here.
All
yeah,
right.
it's a real shame. It happens. We have to work with it.
I know, it's true.
We've just got to carry on having hope. Keep going.
Got so much more hope than I have.
We were now nearly an hour late, and only 4 out of a possible 10 players had arrived.
Brilliant. We're slightly later starting.
But the show must go on.
Thanks for coming. The whole idea about today is that we give you lot the opportunity to sit in front of a camera and just talk. The reason I'm doing this is that when you go to South Africa, some of you might have to do a presentation on street children's rights. Who wants to go first? Lee, you look like a player. Lee looks like a player. Come on, Lee, come on, Lee!
We just got going and another player arrived.
Oh, we've got another one, yes!
Things were looking up.
Good to see you. I don't think I've met you before. What's your name?
I'm doing my move, man.
I'm Andy. We've got a camera. And I said whoever came in late has got to go in first. It's your time to shine!
All right, my name is Mahmoud Hussein. Because we're from the street, there's not really much opportunities, but going to South Africa is a big one.
Bad boy! Bad boy! Everyone's here for you, man.
Looking forward to the trip to South Africa because I think I can gain knowledge of what people live like in different countries and what opportunities they have compared to mine.
I think football's a good way just to express ourselves. We're all equal in football.
And that's why I want to be part of this till the end. Right, let's go play some football, man.
It's amazing how in just a week I could see the beginnings of a team spirit emerge. This, I feel sure, is going to be the key to our success.
Started off pretty low, low numbers, but by the end of that media session that you did, the vibe was really good. Yeah, you did really well, Kel.
I'm happy.
Great.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, me too.
Come here.
Getting on that plane to South Africa is still a long way off, but we have made our first steps on the road to the Street Child World Cup.
Oh, it's tough, and I think one of the biggest challenges about this is just getting the team to work together. I just want the team that we start off with to be the team that we go to South Africa with. We've already had a few problems with punctuality, but we'll see how it plans out. But back to you, David.
Yeah.
Now, you've coached for Arsenal at times, and you know you've seen that video. What do you think I need to work on with these kids?
Just make sure that they're organised. Make sure that every player knows what position they're in, you know, what they've got to do for the team. You know, but most of all, make sure they enjoy it. Let them have fun. Then you'll get more out of them.
OK, well, you first played for England 22 years ago. We haven't got a clip of that, you know, but we've got a clip of you playing in the 2002 World Cup in the quarter-finals right now, actually. Look at you, eh?
The ponytail.
Not a day over 20. Talk to me about that ponytail and the moustache.
Right. He was stylish. You know, Beckham followed me in the ponytail.
Yeah, OK, I'll believe you on that. But who were your footballing idols when you were
when I was growing up, I'm a Leeds fan, so David Harvey was the Leeds goalkeeper then, and then people like Bruce Grobbelaar and Peter Shilton.
Oh, the old legs of Grobbelaar, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, David, thank you so much for your advice for Andy, but he's not the only person who's got some tips for you. These are some other good luck messages.
Good luck, Andy. I know that you are going to succeed in this challenge. You're sensitive, you're funny, you're inspiring. I don't know better traits for a coach. You'll be brilliant and they'll all think you're a legend, which you are. So good luck. I wish you the best of luck.
Good luck, Andy. We know that this is a tough challenge, but you can do it.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Yeah, nice one. Oh, David, thank you so much for coming in. Really
Pleasure.
appreciate it, man.
Thank you, guys.
Right, on to another sport, a very serious sport. What's a curling?
I don't know. What is a curling?
What's a curling? Well, it's a sport, a winter sport, and it was the next challenge in our winter rivals.
2 men, 3 weeks, 5 physical challenges. It's Winter Rivals. Competing in the blue team, it's Joel De Vries. And for the red team, it's Ice Andy. Who will win and be crowned the Winter Rivals champion and take the ultimate prize in winter sports? Curling.
Curling began in Scotland almost 500 years ago. It was a lot colder back then, and people used to slide big pebbles across frozen ponds. The one whose pebble landed nearest to the target was the winner.
Curling has come a long way. It's even a Winter Olympic sport.
Enter international curling star Ross. He's going to unlock the secrets behind this sport.
This is the curling stone. Now, these are made from granite, very, very heavy. And you'll see on the bottom here, it has this circular running band. And this running band is slightly rough. So when that runs over the ice and you've turned the handle of the stone either way, that's what makes the stone curl as it grips the ice.
Oh, hence why it's called curling.
Yeah, right, okay.
Time for us to see if we were born curlers.
That was just a test. That was just a practice.
As we all know, ice is pretty slippery. And to help us balance better, we used a plastic gripper.
This is going to be close.
He's still dancing, he's not. And this is curling, not dancing on ice, all right?
I'd say that's quite good.
You can sense talent.
Yeah, well, I don't know about talent, but it's not bad.
Talented, yes. And I think Andy was getting worried.
The hardest thing to judge about this is actually how much power to put in. It looks quite simple, but actually very, very technical sport. Oh!
Joel's more accurate, I would say. Andy can throw it harder at the moment and faster.
Throwing stones is only one half of the game.
Yeah, it looks a bit too much like hard work for me.
When one of your team has thrown a stone, you then sweep that player's stone. The friction on the ice makes the very top layer of the ice just melt a bit, which means the stone runs further.
We brushed until it felt like our arms were going to fall off. But it did make a big difference to where the stone was heading.
Yeah!
Competition time!
We're going to meet our team, shall we?
V, Ryan and Bethany, you have been especially chosen to be on Team Joel. This means victory.
Daniel, I want you to go out there and lead with a loud voice.
Yeah.
Ewan, I want you to be slippery as a snake.
Yes.
If we have to cheat, I'm willing to do so.
Kirsty, I want you to dazzle them so they don't know what hit them.
Can we do this?
Yes, Joel.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
A curling team is made up of 4 players. Each player gets to throw 2 stones per end. Once everyone's stones have been thrown, the nearest to the target wins. Not like that one. So, then you turn around. Stop. And go the other way.
What a waste. We were playing the best of 3, and the first end wasn't going well.
So far, none of us are in the target zone.
So, it was time for a bit of elbow grease.
Unlucky, son.
Unlucky, Bethany.
And there were no luckier than Joel and I.
So close, look. Stop.
Finally, with only 2 stones left each, things were looking up.
Yes! 1 in for Faye.
That is amazing. Yeah, right, mate. We soon stopped that. That's what we're talking about. Game on.
And things took a turn for the worse when we knocked our stone out of the target.
What did I tell you? You shouldn't have done that. Beat that, Joel. First end to Ice Andy. Okay, we've still got a long way to go. Let's keep going, yeah? Come on.
Round 2, and Andy and I are not getting any better.
No. But then it all changes. My team get 3 stones on target. Gone into the centre square. Ooh, Lord.
Not for long.
Yes!
1-1.
Oh! We're back in the game.
Oh, see, it was down to that last shot.
It was crunch time and down to the last end.
I've got a serious chance of beating us. My red team got off to a great start. 2 on target.
Good.
We were playing a more tactical game.
All they need to do is just throw 1 stone close to that centre line and they've won the game. What I tell you? Oh. It all rested on the final 2 stones. That is an amazing shot.
But I'm still nearest to the target.
It ain't over yet.
We had won as long as we didn't knock ourselves off the top spot with our final stone.
No, this is bad.
This is good.
No, it's all over.
Yes!
Team Joel loses again.
Right, we knocked our blue stone onto their red stone, which means they've effectively won.
Let's give the Blues a round of applause because they were a fantastic team. Well done, Blues.
Yeah, well done, Blues. We did well. Blue.
And he should learn not to mess with me, honestly. I'm wiping him down. Right, this is the man we all need to know. His name's Billy Wingrove, and he's really good with the soccer skills. Now, it's not just about doing tricks, is it? Doing all this kind of fancy stuff can actually improve your technique.
Exactly. I mean, you can't use these skills during a football match, but if you do practice them, they do improve your ball control, technique, coordination and balance. And these are vital attributes you need to be a good football player.
And listen to this man who knows what he's talking about. OK, now, you've worked with some great players like Messi, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, and they've got some pretty good tricks under their sleeve. Can you show us a few of them?
For sure. I mean, we'll start off with Cristiano Ronaldo.
All right.
He specialises in the step over.
All right.
It's a skill you use to beat a defender. So he's running up to him, you've got to step one way, so you step over the ball, taking the defender away, and you take the ball the other way. So if you do it a bit faster now, so I step over the ball, you go that way, and I take it this way,
let me see if I can do this in the old Titans. It might not be as good, but we'll see. So,
go on, Andy.
Stepping over. And then go the other way. Well, I kind of went the way you were. Right,
that's a double.
Show us something else.
OK, the Ronaldinho flip-flap.
OK.
You have to drag the ball the outside of your foot across your body and then bring it back across your defender.
Mate, that was quite tricky.
So this is really tricky. Right. So it's across and then away. So if you have a go at that.
OK, so...
Go on, Andy.
Across and then flick it inside. Mate, some might call me a young Ronaldinho. OK, Lionel Messi, I like him. Short, pacey player, what's he got?
Exactly. He doesn't use many tricks and skills, but what he's fantastic at is close control.
OK.
So how he beats his defenders are, he runs at them, he waits till he's about 3 foot away, and there's a quick, sudden change of direction, OK? It's all about pace and change of direction for Messi,
OK, it's a bit like me. Oh, out the way, honestly.
It's that
Billy,
change of pace.
Thank you so much for coming in. And guys, head over to the website where you can see my top 5 football tricks of all time. And send me some good luck messages for my big challenge as well. It's gonna be epic.
And Jedward will be on the show, which is very exciting.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
What are you doing?
Turn over to the CBBC channel now, as Ian and Haka have all the fun with Tracy Beaker and the Dick and Dom Diaries. They'll be there till 7, so join them.
What are sweets really made of? Oh! Can lunch be art? Do you eat with your ears?
Headphones on.
Sound can make food taste more intense.
And would you chow down on the king's fave sarnie? Gastronauts, fry Fridays at 4:35, CBBC on BBC One.